Hi everyone, my name is Lex and I'm here to speak to you today a little bit about the Crown platform, MasterNodes and SystemNodes. Full disclosure, I'm not a part of the Crown community directly, or at least not part of the dev team, but I am fairly involved in the community and I am quite invested in it, partly in a system node way and partly in an emotional way, because I really feel like it means a lot to me. MasterNodes and SystemNodes are a really exciting part of the development of the crypto community at the moment, and there's quite a lot of noise about them from various communities as a way of making the system run better and also as a way of passively earning income while doing something useful for the community. So it's kind of a win-win. Now, I'm not here today to talk to you about how MasterNodes and SystemNodes work, because there are already plenty of videos out there that do it and explain it better than I could. What I am here to do today is talk to you a little bit about how they work on the Crown network, because this is the network about which I care the most. And I'd like to explain it to some of you in case it's helpful for you in getting started. Put simply, a node requires you to have a number of coins or tokens locked within your wallet, and those form the basis of a unit to process transactions as they go through. The difference between system nodes and master nodes is in part in how many tokens you have to have locked, and also in the jobs that they fulfill, and that will vary from crypto network to crypto network, but in the Crown case they have very clearly defined roles. And I'll talk to you a little bit about those now. MasterNodes have been in operation on the Crown network for at least a year now, at least as long as I've been involved in the project, probably longer than that. They need 10,000 Crown to set up, and they are kind of the backbone of the network. They are one of the things that enable transactions to be verified and pass through the network. And they also earn a fee, which is half of the node reward when a new block is mined. Masternodes also come with voting rights, so the amount that you have to have invested obviously is fairly significant and getting more significant as the cost and value of the Crown token increases. To reflect that, each masternode you have also comes with the right to vote on any of the community proposals. Now that's 10% of the block reward that is allocated to community projects, and you will have one vote for each masternode that you have. That's really important, not just because it gives you a little bit of power for your investment, but actually because of what it says about the whole community, which is essentially that the community decides on what the priorities are. There is a clear roadmap, which I will link to, and hopefully you'll be able to see somewhere around here. But within that, anybody is allowed to make a proposal for funding to be allocated each super block, and then anyone with a masternode is able to vote on that, yay or nay, to allocate that funding. And it's really important for me as part of the community that it's the community that decides where the money goes, not the devs, not any particular leader or owner. And that does make it feel like all of us are valued parts of the community. System nodes are relatively new for the Crown community. They launched a couple of months ago, and they provide a new layer and a part of where the Crown project is actually heading. They require a smaller locked away investment, which is 500 Crown. And what they do is they serve a role of quickly processing transactions, which enable really fast payments through the network. And we're talking ultimately in seconds or fractions of a second, I think ultimately, rather than several minutes to an hour with Bitcoin and even some of the other currencies that are around. The other thing that they do is work within the Crown API to allow hosting of blockchain applications or even entire applications themselves. This would let businesses function on the blockchain, allow storage of information in a secure way, and ultimately serve a little like shop units, business units for the system node owners to be the landlords for, in a way. there is a node reward for system nodes, which is 10% of the mine block. But actually, the really interesting thing that they'll be able to do as time goes by is actually directly host applications or companies, and people might want to host their own if they own their own system node. And that means that to an extent, system node owners become landlords. I don't know if it's that, or at least think of it as somebody who provides space, business space for projects, and that's something really exciting that we'll be able to work on within the Crown network, and it's something I'm really excited about seeing where it goes. What's the Crown project really about? I don't really claim to be an expert on that. I've spent a lot of time talking to people in the community, and you gradually build up an idea of the Crown project, its ethos, and the devs. And in fact, the best thing you can really do if you want to know something about the community is go read the website. Have a look through. There are explanations of the project, its origins, its history. There are introductions for all the developers. They're quite upfront about who they are and their history, so you can see their track record. They're also very active on the community, so you can have a look through the forum, but go visit the Mattermost square and just talk to them. Talk to the people who are using it every day, and it's such a good way to get an idea of how this works. I've looked through a number of different cryptocurrencies and joined various forums, and this is by far the most active and involved one that I've seen. The devs are on there every day, and if you want to know something, you can just ask them a question. Anyway, I hope this rough little guide introduction thing has been of some use to you. As I said, if you want to know more, just have a look at the links in my blog piece, or just go visit the main site on crown.tech. If you want to give me some feedback in the comments or on my post, or just come and visit us in the Mattermost and say hello, that would be great. I hope we've been helpful in some way, but if you want to know any more, just ask me. Thanks.